माननीय कैप्टन साहब,
Thank you, respected Speaker. I also want to thank my party leadership for giving me an opportunity to speak on this very important subject.
thank you.
Railways has been a very important part of India's economy. I would rather say one of the very important engines that drives India's economy. And it is also important for the common man, we say Aam Sadharan Indian, to meet that last mile of his goal, his dreams. But today we are seeing the railways is becoming out of reach for that poor man, the poor Indian. The railway fares has gone up. Today, there is an uncertainty. There is a fear in the common man when he travels in the train. Is there safety? What if there is an accident? In the last 10 years, we have seen the worst number of accidents that have happened, leading to huge loss of life, loss of property. Now, speaking about the budget, the allocation, what has been done for the railways. Now, we have this expenditure of railways, which is financed through internal resources, budgetary support, and extra budgetary resources. Revenue expenditure in 2024-25 has been projected as 2,75,700 crores, an increase of 7% over the revised estimate of 2023-24. How are we going to meet this target? Capital expenditure is estimated to be 2,65,200 crores, an increase of 2% over revised estimate of 2023-24. Speaker sir, 95% of this expenditure is estimated to be financed through budgetary allocation. That means today we are speaking about how to meet the requirement of the railways for the goals that they have set in the budget. Now, it's very important to know the internal revenue of the Indian Railways. That is through passenger, through freight and other sources. Internal revenue of the railways is used for funding his working expenses, which includes salaries and pensions. Passenger revenue at 80,000 crore is expected to see a 10% growth. Now, if we look at this, Speaker sir, we are surprised to see that the railways is trying to increase its revenue through freight. And what is the most important cargo that they are targeting is coal. Now, coal is becoming the most important cargo for railways. We have to remember in September 2018, the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi was conferred the title of Champion of the Earth. What it meant? That he has taken a very important step for protecting the environment. Ironically, coal is detrimental to environment. So we are speaking in opposite languages. One side, the Pradhan Mantri is conferred a title as the Champion of the Earth, and in India, we are promoting the transportation of coal. Now, how this coal is detrimental, I want to give an example of my own state, Goa. Goa, or I would rather refer to my friends from Kerala. The people of Kerala say Kerala is God's own country. And the people in Goa say Goa is the favorite holiday destination of God. God resides in Goa. We are dependent on tourism. After 1961 liberation, the three main occupations were mining, agriculture and tourism. Because of some wrong policies, somehow agriculture is on the wane. Despite nowadays giving credit to the youth clubs, to also the agriculture department of Goa, which is trying their best, and also organization NGOs like Goincha Fulle Pilge Khatir, who are working to revive agriculture in Goa. Otherwise, we are dependent of the produce in the neighboring states of Karnataka. Now, despite all these efforts, mining in any case, there is a bend. So we are looking at the only organized sector, that is tourism. But when we are transporting coal through railways, coal is detrimental to the survival of tourism. Coal is responsible for the environmental destruction. It is causing destruction of the fields, of the rivers. It is affecting the business of the fishermen. Now, railways, especially RVNL, Rail Vikas Nigam, they are concentrating on laying a double track in Goa from Thinaigat to Vasco da Gama. Now what is happening is this double track is being laid in residential areas, through agricultural lands, through CRZ zones in violation of CRZ rules. Recently, the Goa Coastal Zone regulations, which are there, GCZMA, they passed strictures against RVNL for violating the CRZ rules. They have destroyed the creek in a village called Velsound.
माननीय कैप्टन साहब स्टार्ट करें.
Yes, sir, I'll finish.
Sir, अभी
2 years back, they, because of some filling of the land, they closed the mouth of the river Kushavati. The Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court, has passed strictures in which they said double tracking in Goa is of no additional revenue. There is no logic in it because double tracking through Goa is going to destroy the wildlife sanctuary, national parks. It's totally detrimental to the environment. Now, if coal is the goose that is giving golden eggs to the railways, railways should not kill the goose that is giving golden eggs to Goa, and that is tourism.
धन्यवाद.
So I'll just finish. In Goa, we have beautiful temples, beautiful beaches, beautiful churches.
समय समाप्त. माननीय
So one minute I'll conclude, sir. We can increase the revenue by putting additional trains on Konkan railways, give additional trains to Velankani, to Pandharpur, to Mathura, to all the religious places. And that is how we can generate revenue instead of killing and destroying the environment. And lastly, sir, the railways a few months back decided to get into taxi service. These are misplaced priorities. Are you going to drive a train or you're going to drive a taxi? Because the only business what unemployed youth in Goa are doing are driving taxis, becoming motorcycle pilots, and you are trying to get into that business. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.